What is up, Globetrotters? What I like to do for the Geoguessr daily challenges, we are incepted into a location somewhere in the world. We have to move around, figure out where we are, and we got 5 shots as a perfect score of 5,000 points. And ladies and gentlemen of the chat, if you think you know where you are, please shout out the answers, but no Googling. You dirty Googlers. Europe? Urban, suburban Europe. Do we get a flag? Do we get a language? Wish I wasn't allergic to cats. They're much more manageable. Yeah. French language. Gardener. You have 2 65-pound dogs, but it's harder to move them around. Yeah, they wouldn't probably respond to tummy smacks too nicely, would they? You drop that question and escape straight into the YouTube intro video. Stylish. I know. My transitions and segues are super smooth. How are they not though? Right? We've really we've practiced. Practice makes perfect. That sort of thing. You're thinking Italy? I'm thinking okay. So CH though. French language, but what's CH? Vivar.ch. Czech? No, that's CZ. CH is Switzerland. Schweiz. Okay, cool. Makes sense. Schweiz. Thank you. So this is Switzerland. But the French part of Switzerland. So that actually narrows it down quite nicely. French Switzerland is like this quarter. Basel, Lausanne sort of thing. Could be Lausanne. Could be Geneva. Yeah, so it's like Geneva. Cool. Okay, great. Narrowed it down quite. It's for Confederatio Helvetica. Oh, okay. The Swiss Confederation. Good work, guys. Looks like we got it. If we can get the name of the city, that'll help, but I feel like we'll probably be pretty close as it is. French part of Switzerland. Okay, we have a train line. What does that say? Versoix? Is that Cité de Versoix? Is there a city called Versoix? There is a city called Versoix. Let's go. Train line through Versoix. All right. And what is the name of the cross street? Louis Degaltier. Chemin Louis Degalier. Chemin Louis Degalier. Ho, 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 ho. Let's fucking go. All right, we're going to be very close to this then. And the street we spawned on has a street sign or no? Facing northwest. I think we're like over here. I think we're very close. Oh yeah. Versoix. Fuck yeah. Look at that shit. Woo! That's a great way to start, man. That's a great way to start. That is fucking clutch. Thank you. All right. Question number 2. Starting off strong. Okay. Powered up by the schmopus man himself. Okay. Language. French again. Conseil Général Finistère Pen Arpède La Garenne. This time it's France proper. And we have German language, so we might be near the German border. Anyone read French? They want to pipe up? Let me know where they think we are. Yeah, having it being in both. Near Aachen, yeah. Alsace-Lorraine. Isn't Aachen Belgium? Where's Aachen? Yeah, it's okay. The French border is actually decently far away from Aachen. Alsace region, yeah, exactly. Strasbourg, okay. So I don't mix up Aachen and Strasbourg because Aachen is the imperial capital of Charlemagne. King of the Franks. That's how I remember Aachen. Hey, Maddie. Oh, that reminds me. All right. Okay. Yeah, I had a question for you. German language looks like a proper name. Yeah, could be. Could be. Toute direction da Beplech. What language is that? Okay, here we go. And you know their French geography. Oh, it's my neighbor weed whacking. Okay, I was like, what is that fucking noise? We're confident on Alsace? Plourin de Morlaix. Olay, Morlaix, Saint Martin. Nope. Not even fucking close. That was Brittany. Not even fucking close. About as far as you can get, in fact, and still be in France. That language. That language was, what is that language was Breton. It looked like a Gaelic language. That's right. It's a Celtic. That's what that weird language was. It was Celtic. It was Breton. Yeah. Thank you, Crackle, for 36 months, bro. Come on. My daughter is finally old enough to follow along and enjoy Indiana Jones with me. We watched the first two. We get to the best one next, The Last Crusade. Are you going to do Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and the Wheel of Fate or whatever the heck? Whatever that fifth one was. I didn't hate it. It was just a bit long in the theaters. Okay, this looks like some fancy homes. But where? Who does yard work at 8 p.m.? It's bright out in Toronto. I think we work until the sun goes down, basically. It's always been my rule. I'm getting like Australia vibes from this, but not confident. Do you guys like Australia? You like Raiders the best? I don't know. Raiders is a good movie, but it always feels plain compared to Last Crusade. I thought Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was pretty terrible. All right, Noob No More. I am a Kingdom of the Crystal Skull apologist, and longtime friends of the show would probably know my spiel, but I'll give it to you briefly. Where's the sun? Good point. Overhead. Directly overhead. Looks like the northern arc of the sky. Yeah, looks like the northern arc of the sky. So here's my thinking. Okay, you're free to accept or reject this premise, but here it is. The source material for the Indiana Jones movies was Pulp Fiction comic books from the 30s. Adventure movies or adventure stories with tombs, grave robbing, and all of that. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was shot and set 20 years later in the 1950s. And by that time, the source material of that genre of entertainment, those Pulp Fiction comics, had shifted from adventure stories to stories of aliens and sci-fi and, invaders from outer space and whatnot. So you might not like it. You might not like the execution of it. You might think it's a lazy film, a bad film, whatever. It might not meet your expectation of what you think Indiana Jones is supposed to be. This has got to be Australia. But one thing it is faithful to is the source material. And that's my spiel. I hope you enjoyed it. Australia, yes. Where is St. George on the 85? Where's Goondwindi? You have a state for me? And yeah, for those who think Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is pretty terrible, I would say you're probably in good company. So I don't mind being the odd man out here. 85, the blue 85. Dial of Destiny was really great. I'm glad you liked it. Where the fuck is Goondwindi? You can find it just by looking on the map. Where's Goondwindi? I don't, and we have 20 seconds. We're not going to get this. 85 Queensland? All right. Yes. Looks like 84. 85. Goondwindi. St. George. Okay, we got Goondwindi, baby. Let's go. Hey, Squidling has really good instincts for this stuff, huh? Yeah. The Big Bang Theory tells us that the main character, Mr. Jones, is irrelevant for the story. Is that true? I mean, I would say the opposite is true. I would say that he's the story, right? Without Indiana Jones, there's no point in watching. He's such a fucking hero, man, and I love Harrison Ford. Come on. I love Harrison Ford. He's just like such a, an epic hero of my era. Can I tell you? What a beautiful man, too. Okay, this is going to be serious Russia vibes. Or Central Asia, perhaps. Yeah. Okay, these fellows look like they're solidly Mongolian. Yeah, I think it's Mongolian as well. All right, good. Mongolia. Do we have the Mongolia truck, though? Russia, Ukraine? I don't know, man. Those people look Asian to me. Central Asian. Far more than, what would it be? West. No, this has got to be Mongolia, right? There's the Mongolian flag. We have a Mongolian flag, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Gamble Ulaanbaatar. Yeah, with the Mongolian flag, let's just go to their center of population. This way we're just hedging our bets here. Winter coverage. Ah, sure. Fucking cat hair on my face. Life tea. Be healthy. Be young. How do you be young? You either are young or you're not. Stop being old immediately, you old fuck. Be young. Shitty advertising. What a dumb ad. Oh my God. That something got lost in translation there, I'm pretty sure. This place screams healthy. Exactly. And young, Crackle. BSB Superstore. I like that I'm looking at the sign as if I can read it. We're just going to put in Ulan. We're not going to get any further. All right. It was a city to the north called Darkhan. That's a pretty gangster-ass name for a city. Final question. Korea. Okay. Starting off in a city in Korea. That's actually a really good start. We got all 3 minutes to get this. Let's see if we can get the city. Joyang-ro. Where are those nice numbered signage? Yeah, that was a quick Korea. Helps. Korean script is very iconically recognizable with the circles. Nordic Noob says, the point made is that Jones was irrelevant to Raiders. The Nazis would have found the tomb and died without him being involved. Oh, he was irrelevant to the plot of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah, well, that doesn't bother me. A character witnessing epic shit happening is still an interesting film, in my opinion. And the plot was still an interesting plot, and whether or not he impacted the plot. It's like the whole thing about the eagles in, what's it called? In Lord of the Rings too. It's like, we don't need Frodo. We just drop it, fly it over Mount Doom and drop it in, right? That doesn't make the movies any less epic, knowing that. 65, City Hall, Sokcho Beach, Daepo Harbor, Yangyang. Where's the 65? Is it Seoul? Is Seoul in the ocean? No, it isn't. Is it Incheon? Where's the 65? Anyone know their Korean geography? Dongmayong Harbor. Okay, I will. You don't have to tell me twice, baby. Somewhere south of North Korea. Science fact. My daughter cried when the monkey died. Yeah, man, that was sad. Bad dates. Yeah, I bet you she cried on the chilled monkey brain scene. Okay, did you subject your kid? I got follow-up questions, Cracks. Did you subject your kid to the scene where Mola Rob rips the guy's still beating heart out of his body, or did you make her close her eyes? Follow-up question. Northeast, okay. Yes, Donghae. Nice. Donghae. Dong Myong Harbor. Is this the Dong Myong? Soko Beach. Yes. I feel like we're right here. Never thought about that eagle for Lord of it's the same criticism, right? It's like why do you have to walk a ring for 3 movies when you hand it to the eagle and it's right? She was watching intently at that part. It reminded how crazy the scene is when you were younger. Okay. Me and my cousin used to rent this tape. Temple of Doom. This is the second Indiana Jones film. We used to rent this tape and we would watch it. I would sleep over at his house between family dinners, and we'd have a family dinner. My parents would leave me there, and we'd hang out for the whole day, and then we'd have a second family dinner, and they'd pick me up, and I'd go home. I loved it. I loved doing this. I love my cousin. This is a core memory of mine. We'd watch Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and without fail, I would get nightmares because of that scary ass fucking part. And that scene where they eat all the gross food really, really scooped me out as a kid. So my mother eventually put the kibosh on us watching Temple of Doom. It's like, no, you can't watch it. You can't watch it. You wake me up. And I'm like, all right, Ma, please let us watch it. I remember there's this memory of mine. Me and my cousin were like, Kalima, Shakti Day. I don't know. It's very interesting to me to think back to myself as a kid and the bullshit I got away with. If my mom was smart, you know the other thing my mom did? She cut out all the violence from RoboCop. And we're talking cut out with VHS. She cut out, she cut, and the whole point of RoboCop is the violence. Okay, this is Time Guesser, folks. And if you don't know how to play Time Guesser, this is Joe and Jill Biden, right? During COVID, they got masks on. So this is the White House. And if they have masks on, it's early Biden presidency, right? RoboCop is 99% violence. That's what I'm saying. My mom likes to think of herself because she's European, right? She likes to think of herself as all the more enlightened. She's like, I don't understand why the Canadian mores are so against sex and sexuality, but they're pro violence. Like, which would you rather watch? I'm like, yeah, whatever, Ma, fair enough. But also, she cut out the fucking violence from. I still remember this. Fucking when Red Foreman kills Murphy at the beginning of the movie. It's like I didn't even understand the plot. What happened, Ma? Can you fill in the gaps for me? So this is you said 2021 White House. July 4th, 2021. This seems like a gimme. We got a gimme Time Guesser here. Yeah. Spot fucking on. Easy. Almost too easy. Question number 2. Well, that's this one. This one ain't gonna be easy. This one's gonna be real hard. Do we see any legible language? That is Newark Evening. And Newark, New Jersey? Do you think? Newsies. They look Italian? See, I think that says Newark Evening. You guys tell me, what do you see? I see Newark Evening. Check out with Jersey. We read it? Okay. So if we think Newark, yeah, that's more clear. Okay. Then we just have to guess the year. Where's downtown Newark, anyways? Here, right? Early mid-depression is pre-depression? I don't think this is pre-depression. Nice close, no holes, pre-depression. Okay, you guys are all telling me that this is the 20s then. It might be immediately pre-depression. So I'm going to go very late 20s then. Because my gut tells me this is 30s. So I'm going earlier than I want to go because you guys are talking me out of it. You're saying we're in 20s? I'm going to go 1929 at the earliest. Popping it in. Whoo, we were okay. I was way late. It is 1909. But look how close. Pretty good. Good on you who guessed earlier. What flag is that? That is the Czech flag? It's Czech flag, yeah. Okay. How you doing, Nuke? My dad was 1 year old and lived in Newark at that moment in time. Anti-Soviet stuff. Okay, when were the Czechs doing anti-Soviet stuff? What year? 88 or 89? I can dig that. So we're going to do Prague in 1989. Seems easy. 1968. We were not remotely close. Okay. San Fran Sam had it. How did you know it was 68? What was happening? It's called the Prague Spring. This is a historical moment I'm not aware of. What was happening here? This is kind of when the Iron Curtain fell and they were trying to like rein in the poor Czechoslovakians. You were 14 and following the news. I respect that. Okay. Germany. What are they spraying the riot cops with? What the fuck is this? It's not, I don't think it's cum, bro. I don't think it's cum. It's not cum. Don't know. Oh my God. Why does everyone think it's cum? What has the internet done to you? Children. What has the internet done to you? Something with farming? Who speaks German? Fucking San Fran Sam knows everything about the Prague Spring. Someone speaks German. It's milk. It's a protest about milk or some kind of I can buy. See, that's way more reasonable than saying it's cum. Goodness gracious, it's a porn world. We're just jerking off to it. I still jerk off manually. What does the dude say to Jaggy Tree? I still jerk off manually. Munich. All right, Munich. What year? You see anyone on their smartphone? Not really. We see people with digicams. Yeah, digicams. So this is 2000s. I'm fine with Munich. I'm going to do 2000 and 5. 2012. Okay, and it was in Belgium. Damn it! Milk farmers! It was Brussels. Oh, man. Abdullah had it. Fuck. All right. Fine. Too good, too bad. Our final question. And even though it's black and white, this is very recent. This is a fucking Palestine protest, right? Hey, Curlza. This is current year. Yeah, the scarf thing. Yeah. Okay. Current year or last year, where? Yeah. Reading, Pennsylvania. Okay. I'm fine with that. Good enough. Ah, it was reading England. And it was a very long time ago. How did you know 95? How the fuck did you see 95? Just the clothing? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I read it on the screen. Fine. It's pronounced Reading. The sweater around the waist. Dude, I still do that. Okay, we had a bit of a rougher round today, folks. We had one or two really good guesses. Where's Marin Brambat? He wanted to know about Food Guesser. Here we are. So our job with Food Guesser is to guess where this food is from. And if you're hungry, look away. This looks like rice pudding. This is rice pudding. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, rice, yogurt, salt, mustard seeds, curry leaves, green chili ginger, asafoetida. What's that? What the hell is asafoetida? Coriander leaves, cucumber, cashew nuts, ghee. Yeah, you think Singapore? As good a place to start as any. Okay, we're not anywhere close. Cool, and we are north and west of Singapore. Folks, I know I haven't actually indicated this to everyone, but sorry, let me just show you. You see this little icon in the bottom right that I'm almost blocking? It shows us the direction. You're just thinking India? All right. I don't know how many of you guys played Food Guesser before. I'm just trying to get everyone up to speed. That's how I know how to. India's fine guess. Curd rice. It's not called rice pudding. Ghee sounds like India. Yeah. So there's a lot of Indian cooking in Singapore, right? When I went to Singapore, I think the population mix was 75 to 80% Han Chinese, and then like 15% Malay and Tamil, and then the rest is mixed or something. I'm going to give this a yum, even though I've never tried it. We're yumming it. Okay, what is this? Looks like fried dough. Yeah, some kind of donut. Flour, sugar, eggs, butter, milk, yeast, salt, nutmeg, lemon zest, cinnamon, vanilla extract, powdered sugar, and this dish is a type of donut traditionally enjoyed during festivities. It's Berliner. It's from Germany. Germany. Let's go. Very nice. Fastnacht. Fastnacht. I give a thumbs right up to a fucking donut, baby. All right, number 3. This looks like it's filled with chocolate. Ooh, yum, yum, yum. Now, okay. This is like a bread cannoli with like Nutella in the middle. Flour, water, sugar, salt, butter, yeast, milk, eggs, cornmeal, sesame seeds. This dish is a delightful sweet bread shaped like a cone or horn, typically filled with creamy custard or luscious chocolate. They're very descriptive. This outer bread is soft and slightly fluffy with golden brown exterior, adds to its appeal, often enjoyed as a snack or dessert. It is a beloved treat for those craving a mix of textures and flavors. Belgian, Hungary, French. We're thinking Central Europe. Start with France. Ice cold. Definitely not French. Okay, Switzerland. No, ice cold, and we're heading north and east. So Sweden, Russia. Cool. Now we're going south, further east and south. Corone, it's called the Corone. How do you go south and east of Russia? Yapa. Okay, it's Japanese. Cool. Yum. Final score? Gastronomical genius, as if there was any doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for helping me. Thank you for watching. And wherever you find yourself in this big old world, I wish you the very best.